I'm interested to see how much sort of time they have to like just verbally spar with each other. I honestly don't think that there's going to be much time for like any sort of free balling.
Student he's ever had.
I hope there is.
Professor for a long time at a great school.
Yeah, I hope there's some
And
things.
we won the election, and therefore we have the right to choose her.
check
And
the
very few
stream.
people knowingly
It's live right
would say
now.
otherwise. And by the way, the Democrats,
decent, honestly. I
they
like
wouldn't
that.
even think about not doing it. If they had, the only difference is they'd try and do it faster. There's no way they would give it up. They had Merrick Garland, but the problem is they didn't have the election, so they were stopped. And probably that would happen in reverse also. Definitely would happen in reverse. So we won the election, and we have the right to do it, Chris.
Oh, we're up to
President
9
Trump, thank
subscribers
you.
somehow.
Yeah, we're at 9.
Same question to you, Vice President
I don't know who just
Biden. You
subscribed
have
to
2
us.
minutes.
Well, first of all, thank you for doing this. And looking forward to this, Mr. President.
Thank you, Joe.
The American people have a right to have a say in who the Supreme Court nominee is. And that say occurs when they vote
asking me to
for a
verify
United States
myself.
senators and when they vote for the President of the United States. They're not going to get that chance now because we're in the middle of an election already. The election has already started. Tens of thousands of people have already voted. And so the thing that should happen is we should wait. We should wait and see what the outcome of this election is. Because that's the only way the American people get to express their view is by who they elect as president and who they elect as vice president.
Fuck.
Now, what's at stake here is the president's made it clear he wants to get rid of the
Nothing,
Affordable
I was
Care
just
Act.
talking to myself.
He's been running on that. He ran on that, and he's been
I'm just
governing
seeing the like blank
He's in
sort
the
of
Supreme Court right now
frame
trying
up,
to get
but
rid of the Affordable Care Act, which will strip 20 million people from having insurance, health insurance now, if it goes into
so
court.
C-SPAN has the live debate.
And
So is that
the
right?
justice, and I have nothing, I'm not opposed to the justice. She
is it
seems
not
like a very fine person. But she's written before she went to the
there we
bench, which is her right, that she thinks that the Affordable Care Act is not constitutional. The other thing that's on the court, and if it's struck down, what happens? Women's rights are fundamentally changed. Once again, a woman could be held pay more money because she has a pre-existing condition
Okay,
of
so just to
pregnancy.
sync this up,
They were able to charge a woman more for the same exact
Yes.
procedure a man did.
Well, it's
Yes.
10:10.
And that
so we're
ended
10 minutes into it.
when we, in fact, passed the Affordable Care
Are we
Act.
10 minutes into the debate?
And there's 100
I
million
thought it
people who
started-
have pre-existing
Well,
conditions.
10
Oh, I
minutes
think
into
so.
it,
And
the
they'll
actual,
be taken away as
what
well.
they said was the start time.
Those pre-existing conditions, the insurance companies are going to love this. And so it's just not appropriate.
Okay, interesting.
to
I
do
didn't
this
know that. I thought
before
it
this
started at
election.
6:30 for some reason. Well,
If he wins the
9:30.
election and the Senate is Democrat or Republican, then he goes forward. If not, we should wait until February. All right.
There aren't 100 million people with pre-existing conditions. As far as the say is concerned, the people already had their say. Okay, Justice Ginsburg said very powerfully, very strongly, at some point, 10 years ago or so, she said a president and the Senate is elected for a period of time, but a president's elected for 4 years. We're not elected
So
for
you
4 years. I'm
can.
not elected
So they're
for
just
4
talking about.
years.
He just said like
So we have
100
the
million
Senate,
people don't
we
have
have a
pre-existing
president
conditions. Is that what we're up to?
During that period
Yeah.
of time, during
Yeah,
that
okay, cool.
period of time,
I'm
we
just watching
have
it off of
an
like
opening.
the.
I'm not
Go on
elected
the
for 3
CNN
years.
one.
I'm
You should
elected
probably
for
get the
4
same one
years.
just so there's
Okay,
some-
I was on the
100
Global
million
News
people,
one.
Joe, the 100 million people is totally wrong. I don't know where you got that number.
I'll go to
The
CNN.
bigger problem that you
And
have
you're just obviously on
is that
live
you're
now,
going
right?
to
Yeah.
extinguish 180 million
Okay.
people with their private health care that they're very
That's
happy
simply
with.
not true.
Well, you're certainly
knows
going
that.
to socialist.
Go
You're
ahead.
going to
This
socialist
is,
medicine.
we're now into, gentlemen, we're now into open discussion.
Open discussion.
Open discussion. Yes, I agree. Go ahead, Vice President.
Number
Biden.
one, he knows that what I proposed. What I proposed is that we expand Obamacare and we increase it. We do not wipe any.
So he's looking down
one
at
of the
the
big
script.
debates we had with 23 of my colleagues trying to win the nomination that I won.
I mean, they're going to
was
have
saying
their
that
papers
Biden wanted
prepared
to
and
allow
everything,
people
but.
to have private insurance.
But I mean,
too.
Trump's not. But
They
like
can't.
two normal
They do.
politicians
They will
would have
under my
papers and
proposal.
shit
Not what
ready
you
to
said,
go.
and it's not what
That
your
is-
party has said.
that is simply
Your party
a lie.
doesn't say it. Your
That
party
is
wants to
simple.
go socialist
My
medicine
party is
and
me.
socialist
right
healthcare.
now,
Honestly,
I
they
am
and
both
they're going
look
to
good.
dominate you,
Like,
Joe.
they
You know
both
that.
look
I am the
healthier than I thought they
Democratic
were gonna
Party
look
right now.
live.
The
I guess I've seen
platform of the
Trump.
Democratic
10 minutes
Party
in, give him a
is what I,
fucking, give him
in
some
fact,
time to fucking hit his
what I
dementia
approved of.
strides, brother.
Here's the
Like,
deal. The deal is that it's going to wipe
is there
out
any way to get
pre-existing
like
conditions. And by way,
the screen
20
just
the
into
200
like
million-
like the frame of
200,000 people that
the
have
debate
died on
into
his
this,
watch.
just like in the maybe the
How
middle
many of
bottom?
those
Yeah,
have
just pretty
survived?
small, something like
Well,
that.
there's 7 million people that contracted COVID. What does it mean for them going forward if you strike down the Affordable Care Act? And
Joe, you've had
pre-existing
308,000 military people dying because you couldn't provide them proper health care in the military. So don't tell me
I'm
about
happy
this.
to talk about
And if you were here,
Look,
it
here's
wouldn't
the
be
deal.
200, it would be 2 million people because you were very late on the draw. You didn't want me to ban China, which was heavily infected. You didn't want me to ban
All right, gentlemen,
Europe, which
no,
was heavily
Mr. President,
You would have
Mr.
been much
President,
later, Joe.
Mr. President,
much later.
Mr. President,
You're talking about 2 million people.
You're not gonna be able to
President, as
shut
the
him up.
moderator, we are going to talk about COVID in the next segment, but go ahead.
Let me finish. The point is that the president also
Should I have the
is
audio going
opposed
for
to
the stream,
Roe
or
v.
should it just
Wade.
be the picture?
That's on the ballot as well in the court. And so that's also at stake right now.
Just the picture,
And so
probably.
the election is already
You don't know it's on the
begun.
ballot.
I-
Why is it on the ballot?
Because
Why is it
you
on the
said
ballot? It's not
you're-
on the ballot.
It's on the ballot in the
I
court.
don't think so.
In the court. Well,
There's nothing happening there.
Donald, would you
And you
just
don't
be quiet
know
for a
her
minute?
view
Donald,
on
would you just be
Roe v.
quiet for a
Wade.
minute?
I
You
don't
know her
know.
view.
Well, all right, let's talk.
What's that?
He's
We
like,
got a lot
Donald,
to
would you just be
unpack here,
quiet for a
gentlemen. We got a
minute?
lot of time. So, on health care, and then we'll come back to Roe v. Wade.
All right.
Mr. President, the Supreme Court will hear a case a week after the election in which the Trump administration, along with 18 state attorneys general, are seeking to overturn
That's right.
Obamacare, to end Obamacare. You have spent the last...
Because they
If-
want to
if
give
I-
good
if I-
health care.
If I may ask
Go
my
ahead.
question, sir.
Good health care.
Over the last 4 years, you have promised to repeal and replace Obamacare, but you have never in these 4 years come up with a plan, a comprehensive plan
Yes,
to
I have.
replace Obamacare.
Of course I have.
Well, I'll
I
give
got
you an
rid of
opp-
the
I'm gonna-
individual
when I finish,
mandate.
I'm going to give you an
Excuse me.
opportunity.
I got rid of the
a really
individual
good point.
mandate, which was a
That is
big
not a
chunk of
comprehensive
That
plan.
is absolutely a big thing. That was the worst
I
part of
didn't ask you,
Obamacare.
sir.
Chris,
You're
that was the
debating him,
worst
not
part
me.
of Obama.
Let me ask my
Well,
question.
I'll ask Joe. The
no,
individual
I-
mandate was the most unpopular.
That wasn't a
aspect
plan.
of
That was
Obamacare. I got rid
absolutely
of
a
it.
big
I'd like
thing.
We will
Mr.
protect people.
President,
I
I'm the
fucking love
moderator
that.
of this debate, and I would like you to let me ask my question, and then you can answer your
ahead.
question. You, in the course of these 4 years, have never come up with a comprehensive plan to replace Obamacare, and just this last Thursday, you signed a largely symbolic executive order to protect people with pre-existing conditions 5 days before this debate. So my question, sir, is what is the Trump health care plan?
All right. Well, first of all, I guess I'm debating you, not him, but that's okay. I'm not surprised. Let me just tell you something, that there's nothing symbolic. I'm cutting drug prices. I'm going with favored nations, which no president has the courage to do because
That's
you're going against big pharma.
hilarious. I guess I'm
Drug
debating
prices
you,
will
not
be
him.
coming down 80 or
That's so
90%.
funny.
You could have done it during your 47-year period in government, but you didn't do it. Nobody's done it. So we're cutting health care.
about
All of the
fixing
things
my
that we've done,
headphones?
Not cut
insulin. I'll give you an
So that I
example,
can, like,
insulin.
fucking
It was
listen
destroying
and talk at
families,
the same
destroying
time.
people because
I'm gonna have to,
I'm getting it for so cheap. It's
Gonna mute the audio there. You're gonna get some headphones yourself.
so cheap. Water, you want to know the truth. So cheap. Take a look at all of the drugs that what we're doing, prescription drug prices. We're going to allow our governors now to go to other countries to buy drugs because when they pay just a tiny fraction.
This is open discussion.
No,
Let me
this
ask
is
you,
what
let me
this
let
is
me ask
big
you,
stuff, sir.
Okay, perfect. This will work a lot better. I'm not gonna listen. Oh! I can't wait for that shit to come out. He just lost the left. There's no reining Trump in. He just won't shut the fuck up. Like, it's not gonna happen. Oh, fuck you.
Just the way he reacts to Joe is funny. It's like,
Like he's fucking annoyed by him. Just like, ugh, shut up.
yeah.
More importantly, I want to help people. See, Joe just doesn't have the ability to like cut into what he's saying the way that Trump just cuts into
Yeah.
Biden's speech. I have to give. Please let Joe speak. Please, please let him talk.
You know, it's interesting the way they have the cameras positioned. Trump looks taller than Joe, which I'm surprised they do
Yeah.
that. Like, you'd think they'd have
I think
Joe
Trump
looking
is
taller
taller than Joe, isn't he?
What?
You think Trump taller than Joe? Trump's pretty tall.
I don't know. I don't know.
He's tall, man. He's taller than me. He's like 6'3".
Although I guess since they have the words in the background, if they made it look like Joe was taller, the words would also
Yeah.
not be.
Joe Biden's like 7 centimeters shorter than him. He's like a few inches shorter.
Okay.
Yeah, vote for the person who represents your fucking beliefs.
Oh. What? Joe just told him to shut up.
Yeah.
I don't think I've...
Keep yapping, man. What are you gonna fucking do about it, bro?
I'm surprised Joe's handling it all right, though. I'll give him that.
Yeah. For now. Josh says Joe's cracking.
Imagine Joe just goes on a tirade like, "You fucking dick! Fuck you!"
Stop bullying me!
Oh, look at the screen. Look at the words. They're level now.
Yeah, interesting.
Or sorry, they weren't. Or sorry, Joe and Biden are level, but the words
200,000
aren't
and 7
level.
million infected.
Something. Trump always has really interesting body language too. Like
What's that?
his body language, the way he holds his head and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's aggressive to me.
Yeah, it is. It's like, you want to fucking fight, bro?
Wrong.
That's all just words, like.
Mhm.
Of course he's gonna blame China the entire time. Like, great points.
Yeah.
Great points. Bang bang. Very true. Eat those words. You called him a racist. You called him the xenophobe. Like, no one else did. Josh is in the chat.
Let's go.
Hey, let's go. You wouldn't have made ventilators. Like Trump was out there like fucking making ventilators by hand.
Handmade.
Like fucking plugging away to make ventilators every fucking day. Anyone who watches the news knows that's true. Anyone who pays attention knows that what he just said is so fucking true. Let's go.
What?
You just said you should have shut down earlier. You fuck. I love it. Bec- Yeah, because he's just saying he wouldn't have shut down the economy. You're like literally trying to sit on both sides of this fucking argument.
Yeah.
Fuck you! Are you serious? Are you serious? That's so fucking dangerous, man. How can you say that you don't trust him to make a vaccine? He's not the one making the fucking thing, you retard.
Mhm.
Ugh.
Yeah, they think that Trump's gonna corrupt a fucking bunch of scientists and their vaccine.
Even if that's dangerous, because then people won't actually use the vaccine who have Trump derangement syndrome. Like the people with TDS out there won't use the fucking vaccine because Joe fucking Biden is saying, "Oh, you're gonna fucking ruin it."
Joe's anti-vax.
Joe's an anti-vaxxer. Granddad Joe, eh, Mitchie?
Yeah.
One sec. Fuck you.
Oh, you fuck. You bitch, Ryan. You know he wasn't trying to say inject bleach into your arm.
Yeah.
Josh's comment. Accurate. Accurate.
What do you think, Josh? Would you fucking trust a Trump vaccine?
Yeah, it's gonna give us all autism. That's Trump's main goal.
Oh, yes. Good question. Here we go. Chris fucking Wallace.
Henry, Trump ain't ever giving out his tax returns, alright? You can get out of here. Wait, is this your Henry
That's my
Butler?
dad, yeah. That's
Never mind, you're a good guy, Henry. You made Royce, so you know.
No, what are you fucking talking about? Why do you want his 2019? Who gives a fuck? Who cares? Why do you want his tax returns? Can we get fucking Biden's medical records, please? Can we see that he has a functioning fucking brainstem? He's had brain surgery multiple times. Like, what are we talking
Maybe
about?
some drug records, you know.
Who gives a fuck if Biden's shown his tax records? Who cares? Like, what are you trying to find in them? I don't understand. What are we trying to find?
Just shows Trump's a good businessman.
Don't ever use the word smart. Wow. But what would you find in his tax returns from 2019 that make him a criminal that you didn't find in the 2016 or any of the other years that he's shown? He's been trying to run for president for like at least 10 years. Like, what are you going to find in his tax returns from 2019? What illegal activity happened? And on top of that, like,
do you think they wouldn't have let Trump run for president? They would have done a quick check and looked at all his tax returns. Obama would have been deep into that, and they would have tried to find anything that would have disqualified Trump from being president. And they found nothing.
But what crime has he committed? I don't understand.
Yeah, he's just
like,
following the tax code.
No, but like my dad's basically saying like it will prove Trump's a criminal, just more proof, extra proof that he's a criminal if you get to look at his 2019 records. Proof of what crime? Like, what crime has he committed?
If I write off something on my tax returns, does that make me a criminal? If I follow the tax code, does that make me a
But do you
criminal?
mean, like, do you think that he committed a crime in 2016 when he only paid 750 in taxes? Is that what you're saying?
A good point someone made was that
Like,
the
guess what, Dad? If I had billions of dollars, I would hope that you would want me to only fucking pay 750 in tax too. That just means more Ferraris for you, doesn't it?
that doesn't also that's not his business taxes. His business could have paid
It's not
millions in
tax
taxes.
fraud. He didn't know. What was the tax fraud? Show me how he did tax fraud. What the fuck?
If he did tax fraud, then every other billionaire is doing tax fraud. Like,
Yeah,
that's it.
it's just a bullshit
They
tax
wouldn't just
code.
let Trump
Like,
run around doing tax fraud, and it just isn't the case.
I've said forever that they should change the tax code so that billionaires and ultra millionaires can't just shelter their money forever. I've always believed that. But when he can, what are you meant to do about that?
Yeah, I'm not saying the tax code is good. I think there should be maybe a sort of flat tax that prevents that, but
Yeah. What do you mean by an Xbox for tax? Whatever. Let's just get back to the debates. This is silliness. Yeah, I hope he releases his 2019 tax returns too, but I don't know what we want from that. Like, I'd much rather see the results of fucking Biden's 3 brain surgeries than I would Trump's tax returns. There you go. He brought the props. Every billionaire is a criminal?
I think your dad's
Elon
trolling
Musk?
us. I
Is
think
Elon
he's
Musk a
hardcore
criminal? Are you?
trolls.
Yeah, exactly. Are you just trying to fuck with us right now?
These are these Australian bants that I've heard about.
Oh, Biden's forgetting where he is. One sec. Why is Elon Musk a criminal, Dad?
Even Biden laughed at that.
No, I should. Dad, if Biden should wear a hat that says IRS, maybe Trump should wear a hat that says my fucking wife's name is Jill, so that Chuck and Joe Biden can remember the entire fucking night, okay? I don't give a fuck about his tax returns. Why are the riots and the protests okay, but Trump's rallies aren't?
Yeah.
Please? What are we talking about here? What fucking planet do we live on?
Trump's holding that one in. I bet he's gonna bring that out.
Yeah. Dad, if you're watching this, by the way, still chuck on the CNN debate in the background so you can watch the same thing as we are. Yep, 100%. The problem is the left is just wrong on so many of these issues that you're letting Trump just be on the right side of these things.
Yeah.
Like most American voters do agree that the states should be open. I'm sorry, they do. Straight up. Straight up.
What's a K-shaped recovery?
I don't know.
Like a... like, how does that work? It just goes everywhere.
Here you go, Dad. He's talking about the taxes. Oh, I'm a working class man. My name's Joe Biden. Motherfucker, why are you trying to go after those voters? They love Trump, you stupid fucking idiot. Oh, fuck you. I know you want your time back. I know you're almost 200 years old. You want some time back, sir, but you're not getting it. Oh, I wonder why. I wonder why there's so little jobs right now, you fuck. How do you sit there in one breath and say that we have few jobs and then also say not to reopen, you fucking moron? You just said there were no jobs! You fucking idiot! What do you mean fair's fair, Henry? Here you go, Dad. They're talking about the taxes. They've been working on those tax returns for 4 fucking years. They're never going to be finished. They're never going to be
They're
finished.
so big.
Here is the thing that I'll agree with you, Dad. He's never going to show those tax returns, and I think that that's sort of shitty. I just don't know why it fucking matters, right? Can we agree on that?
Well, I think, but we made a point beforehand that people will misread the hell out of those tax returns. It's only a negative thing for him to release those because people don't understand the tax code. People don't understand all the different ways you can save taxes, how you can get taxed. And It's just going to have headline after headline. Oh, Trump wrote off this. You already see it now. Trump wrote off X amount of dollars for a hairstylist, right?
Yeah.
If it's legal, to write that off, then he is fine. He just legally wrote off taxes. That's it. Every successful business writes off as many taxes as they can.
Dude, I was saying in the stream last night, this should just be an ad for Trump's accountant. Like, if I'm Trump's accountant, I'm running that as my, like, fucking ad. Like,
Trump's
Trump only
accountant
paid $750 in income taxes, and it's all because of this fucking guy right fucking here, bitch. I made him only pay $750. He's a billionaire.
Yeah. Again, though, but people are misreading even the basic. I think he has probably tons of taxes being paid under his business's name. A business is a legal person in the States.
Yeah,
right?
it's like a person, yeah.
Yeah, so that's it.
But, Dad, you're assuming that if it was legal, then he would show. But you've also got to think about the fact that by not showing, he makes the world melt down about the fact that he only paid $750 in taxes, in which there's nothing wrong with it. People like you get super upset about the fact that he's not showing his taxes. And do you not see the part where he's winding people up? Do you not see that? Like, you're letting him wind you up.
Oh. Oh yeah, these taxes are from an anonymous source, and it's illegal to release anyone's tax information too. So
yeah,
you know,
exactly. He's paid his entire salary for the last 4 years. Like, what does that matter? Like, what about his hotels? Did they all go south, Henry? Like, it's just not true that every investment he does goes south.
He has like 400 businesses or something.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah, he's had a lot of businesses, and a lot of them have gone terribly, right? I started a business and it went terribly. It doesn't mean that it really doesn't actually mean anything. The fact that he's had some businesses that have done extraordinarily well, I would agree to the fact that I don't think that he's an incredible businessman. I think that he just had money at the right time and he was in the right place. But to say that he's a bad businessman when he is a billionaire, I just don't know how you can square that off. I don't get it.
Is your dad trolling us, or is he serious? I can't tell.
I don't know. Like, well, the thing is, I think Dad like suddenly became hyper liberal for some reason. Like, I remember last election he was like, he wanted Trump to win. He was like, yeah, let's get Trump to win. And then out of nowhere he just became super liberal and super left, and now wants Joe Biden to defund the police. And isn't that right, Henry?
The Chinese must have taken over.
I think did the Chinese take over your YouTube account?
They're like, this is how we get Mitch and Royce to stop streaming.
Xi Jinping, is that you? That is a true point. Like, you will have companies leave if you raise taxes on them. Like,
Henry, you're wild, man. I like you. You're a wild guy. He blew it because, like, that's what the one thing that really Biden is fucking up on. One, he's saying Trump blew it, and he's saying, and then he blames, oh, but Trump shut the economy down, and then he's also saying, oh, but you should have shut down earlier. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah. That's the thing. It's like you can't have both things. Dad thinks you're a wild guy as well, I guess, Mitch.
Let's go.
Let's go. Like, how would you fact check this? I love how they talk about fact check. It's like, how would you fact check Trump saying that Ohio had the best year? Like, that's not really fact checkable. He's not saying anything real there. Like, what do they mean by the best year? Best economically? Best happiness-wise? Best, like, family fucking unit? Best religiously? Like, what happened?
Yeah. And it could be the best in a very small statistic, right? So
Yeah, or it could be, exactly. They could have been the best at something. They could have been the best at obesity. Who fucking knows, right? But the problem is that then, like, the fact check is going to be like, no, it wasn't the best. And it's like, but what are you taking? Is that the clapping that you have to pull that away for?
No, I was adjusting. I got this in too.
Oh, okay. Oh! It is a fact. Why did Biden's son get $3.5 million, Dad? I think he did. His son's a fucking criminal, Dad. Like, what are you talking about? Trump better be careful of what? Biden's son is a fucking criminal. I'll fire them immediately. Oh. Wow.
What did you say? I didn't catch that.
He called him a clown. He called Trump a clown. I'm not saying that Trump's family is good, and if Biden wants to bring up Trump's family, go for it. But guess what? Go for it. Bring it up. Let's go, Biden. Good little spot for Biden there. He definitely took that well. Dude, Dad, I don't give a fuck if he calls him a clown. I couldn't care less. I just think it's one of those things that if Trump was calling Biden a clown, I think everyone would say that he wasn't being very presidential and lacked decorum. And I just would love to see the standards held in the same way for both people, honestly. Good. Trump's a clown. You're the biggest troll I've ever met in my fucking life. No
I
wonder
see
I'm
now
such a
exactly where Royce came from. I see exactly what's going on here. Henry's just bigger Royce. Big boy Royce.
Biden wants to be president and he can barely make it through a fucking speech. Oh, this is a good question. Are you watching the debate at the same time, Dad? I have been reading your comments. I've been responding with you. I've been directly interacting with you.
What?
Oh, Trump's gonna ruin him here. This is a really bad topic for Biden. Do you mean the peaceful protest that burned the fucking church down? Is that what you're talking about? When he went to go and take the photo in front of the church that had been burnt down? Wouldn't it be the same?
Let's go.
Oh! Yes, you did, bitch! It is a totally fair point. Biden, there are so many thousands of black people locked up because of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Woo! Yeah, ask him what he would do about. Ask him what he'd do about Portland. No, but that's the thing, Dad. Biden can't even say law enforcement because Trump is right. He literally won't defend the police at all. Watch Biden go like law enforcement as a fucking joke, but we all know that he won't say it in real, like in any sort of real context. Great question. Oh, you ran the system for 47 years, you stupid fuck! What are you talking about? Are you racist?
Henry, you just said you hate the fucking Chinese, bud. Alright? So calm down. You're no better than any of them.
Yeah, I agree, Josh. That basically is Biden's policy. He's like, oh, it'll figure itself out eventually.
Over the past
Oh,
47
well,
years, it hasn't, but it's gonna be the next 4, you know?
Yes. Because yeah. Yeah, Mitch, I'm gonna send you a photo. Do you reckon you can put it up on the stream?
Yeah.
It's not better than White Boy Militia, Dad. Like how many people have died from the White Boy Militia? Did you watch those videos of Kyle Rittenhouse? Like, what the fuck, man?
All white people are racist.
Yeah. Look, this is what they're fucking doing. This is what they're training in fucking in workplaces at this point. She's right.
Henry, you're
Fuck
the biggest
you.
troll.
Fuck
Henry's
you.
trying to boost us up. He's getting the controversy going.
What do you mean to who's racist?
Biden sounds so old. Like his voice is so raspy.
I think it's a fucking culture issue. Yeah, it's all Trump's fault, Dad. You're right. It's all Trump's fault. That's why there's been hundreds of riots, all of them because of Trump. Do you have Trump derangement syndrome, Dad? No, no, it's not. It's not COVID. The riots are an actual fucking problem, you dick.
And the riots caused COVID too.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. Head down like a dog, bitch.
What? So Ah! Ha ha! Josh, debate my dad in the fucking comments. What are you doing, Dad? And what are you doing, bro? Come on. What do you mean protests, not riots? 7% of the fucking protests were riots. There were over 100 days of riots in Portland. You think rioters should go to jail, Dad? I agree. I think the rioters should go to jail as well. protesters haven't. Unless they're Chinese, right?
Dad works for the Chinese now.
Yo, him hating the Chinese is just a cover up, eh?
That's right.
Oh, so you hate your wife too, huh? Jesus. Just 'cause she's Chinese you hate her? That's not fair.
I know, right, Josh? Yeah. Yeah, that's what he's saying it. Let him say it. Fuck you. Josh's comment, the Nazis are just an idea, not an organization.
Yeah. Big bat, eh? It's a record. Hey, your mic's muted, eh?
Shit, I've been talking for a while.
Hey,
Dad, do you
look
mean
at-
the wonderful lady that adopted those 2 kids from Haiti?
Oh, but she's a slave owner, you know?
Yeah, Dad agrees she's a slave owner. Yeah.
Jesus, Henry. Holy shit! You must be Biden's campaign manager or something.
Actually, if Dad was Biden's campaign manager, I think Biden would be doing a little better. Not much better, judging by these comments, but a little better.
Well, they'd hate the Chinese, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever your opinion is on that, then.
Is a
I
criminal.
can't believe he's bringing up his son.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the one that died.
Oh yeah.
What? So, did he really just say a lot of people at home have sons that have overcame a drug problem?
No, I want to hear about his drug problem. What the fuck are you doing, Chris? What about the fucking
Wow, 1 million people are just watching this one CNN stream.
Yeah, I actually do. I agree with you, Dad. That is a sort of shitty thing that he did. Biden's like, I just want to go to sleep, man.
The Adderall's wearing off, you know?
Yeah, he's like, fuck, I wanted 30-minute breaks, man. Come on, man. That's a good, like, I think that's a decent answer. Yeah, he is a bit like Bradley.
That is true. That is a really good point because cars now have such low emissions compared to even 10 years ago, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
It's crazy how low they are. And that's true. The whole Dieselgate scandal was I remember reading way back in the day. It was like a 2 decimal point, like 0.6 difference, right? BMW or it was Volkswagen was at like 0.068. I don't know if it was NO2 or whatever, and the limit was like 0.02 per 100 kilometers. I have to get the statistics up, but
Yeah. I'd be interested to
it was
see
a
more
very
about that.
small difference. The issue is like my uncle's running a solar company, and they are making so much money. Everyone talks about the government needs to intervene. The market's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Anyone that's
Yeah,
getting into
tons of people are
renewables right
building
now
solar
is making
companies
a
right now.
boatload of money.
But part of the reason why it's making a boatload of money is because there's so many government incentives.
To a degree, but I mean, China has brought down solar panel prices to they were so low now, it's
Yeah.
ridiculous. But yeah, there are the credits
The
that you can
incentives
trade.
make it ridiculously easy for businesses to offer. Like, businesses can basically offer to give you a free solar setup, and just for the first like 10 years or whatever, any sort of extra energy, I think they get to siphon or whatever,
Yeah,
something like that, basically.
and like in Halifax, you can finance it and get rebates. It's crazy.
Dad says he loves China now. I know you do.
God, Henry, you gotta get your facts straight. First you say you hate the Chinese, now you say you love them. Like
That comment was from Xi Jinping.
what?
That comment was from Winnie the Pooh, Xi Jinping.
Hacking into his account.
Mm. I love China, not the Chinese. Fair. He did say that though, I'm pretty sure. But I think it was one of those things like the whole drinking bleach thing or whatever,
Yeah.
where it was like he didn't say that that's what they should do. He was like, maybe we could do something like this. I don't know. Like, he's never gonna win the progressive votes, shitting on the fucking Green New Deal. That's a
Yeah.
bad mistake for Biden. He should be saying, yes, we will do whatever it takes to make the planet right, because that's what like the Green New Deal is meant to be, right? It's like this drastic, like super crazy plan to make it so that you get the planet in the right shape.
Trump's facial expressions get me sometimes. What?
He did just lose the progressive votes.
Mm-hmm.
They should both say it's not going to be a fair election if they're smart. Because Trump's going to say it's not going to be fair, Biden's going to say it will be fair, but it's just going to look like Biden's lying. Like, they're both going to look like they're lying, but... That wasn't what Trump said. He said that he prefers his soldiers not captured, Dad. Talking about John McCain, right? Yeah, vote for Joe Jorgensen, not for fucking Joe Biden. I think, dude, Dad, we were thinking about going down to the US during the election and fucking hanging out with the Boogaloo boys in our fucking Hawaiian t-shirts. That's how we should have dressed in for the stream tonight, is Hawaiian t-shirts.
Next stream, next live,
Yeah,
next
that's
debate.
right. And then on the third one, we should dress like Antifa.
Yeah.
We like dye our hair blue.
Man, he looks fucking old. Like,
Is he paranoid if there's photo evidence of all this shit, Dad? Because I've seen the photos of these fucking ballots in dumpsters, in creeks. It's not a is it a conspiracy theory if there's proof? There's been shown that in certain states they're sending ballots to everyone and they're sending out more ballots than people. Is that a conspiracy theory? Are you talking to me or are you talking to Trump right now?
Fuck, I can't get that to. How do we, I don't know what the message is, or the band fucking message is. Did you see that, by the way?
No.
Ilhan Omar, she had
Oh,
her
I
brother
did.
was buying
I
ballots.
didn't. Can you explain it to me?
Basically, her brother was caught on like video, go showing his car, and he was like, "Yeah, I've got 300 ballots. Money runs the world," and he was basically buying people's ballots off of them. And this is the state, and this is also the woman that apparently married her brother to
I
get in the
know,
States. You know?
yeah. Do you hear that, Dad? Do you hear that? There's video footage of this shit. What about that?
Yeah. Yeah, it was everywhere yesterday.
Trump's the most dangerous man ever. More dangerous than Mussolini. More dangerous than Hitler. More dangerous than Putin. More dangerous than Stalin. More dangerous than fucking like. Are you serious right now? I'm so hungry.
I wonder what.
Oh, I haven't even smoked this thing yet. No, they don't. They don't need ID to include with the ballot, Dad. That's not true. They're mailing out these ballots to people and just asking it to be mailed back. So let's say that I was registered to stay at your place. They would send a ballot for me, and all you would need to do is send it back with the vote, and then it would get counted. So if you and Angela are at your place, and then I'm not there, you're going to get 3 ballots and essentially 3 votes. What are you talking about? Wake up! Like, go have a look at the information. Just do the research yourself, bro. Like, what are we talking about here?
How did Trump's? How do you orchestrate her brother on video? You know, a Democratic is. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we'll look at that video. We'll analyze that video tomorrow,
Yeah,
Dad.
we
You got to
will.
tune in, okay?
Your mic's muted.
Fuck, I was having a good rant there too. Yes, it was found in a waste paper basket, Dad. It wasn't actually a waste paper basket, it was a skip bin. But obviously Trump doesn't know the difference between a waste paper basket and a skip bin because he's never worked a warehousing job in his fucking life. You wouldn't expect him to know the difference between those things. But they have been finding ballots in fucking garbage. Will you? You didn't when he won last time. No one supported it. You tried to impeach him. You fucking did everything. You investigated the cunt for 2.5 years from complete bullshit that you all made up. Like, look. If you just want to hate Trump, Dad, that's fine. Like, go for it. I'm not here to support Trump or Biden. I don't give a fuck. I am just trying to be as fair as humanly possible. And I don't think that the way the mail-in ballot system works is fair for either person. I think that it creates fraud for everyone. Yeah, see you next time. Love ya. You fuck.
You racist fuck. I guess that's it.
Yeah. Really? That was the most chaotic presidential debate, Wolf Blitzer, you fucking loser.
Jeez. That was, I don't know, that was a very interesting debate, honestly.
Look at Joe Biden's wife wearing a mask in front of him. She went and hugged him with a mask on. Do you have COVID, bitch? What the fuck are you wearing a mask for? Have you not been tested? What the fuck, man? Like, what are we talking about? What craziness. Like, why is she wearing a mask to give him a hug? Are you telling me that, like, they haven't tested his wife and she's just walking around Joe Biden in the house with COVID sometimes? Like, do you really need to wear your mask to stop him from potentially getting fucking COVID? Really? Like, he should be the one person that you don't have to wear a mask around, right?
Yeah,
Notice
pretty
Melania
much.
didn't have to wear a fucking mask to hang out with Trump.
I'm looking at trying to find a politics mega thread, but there is none. That's weird.
That was funny.
I don't know. What do you think about that? Like, what do you think? How do you think it went?
Honestly, I think that it went, I think that Biden did better than I expected in terms of just not losing his wherewithal.
He did do better. Yeah, he did do better expected when it came to. Yeah.
Our Spotify, like our Joe Rogan Spotify clip just hit 100 views, or 101. It's like our
Nice.
first triple digit view thing. It's cool.
Should I stop the stream or keep it going?
Yeah, just stop the stream.